These interview questions are related to your experiences dealing with incarceration. Whether you've dealt with doing time or know someone in jail, please share a video telling your story with Care Pictures Love in order to inform others on how to deal with similar situations and prevent the next generation from making the same mistakes in life. What is your name?
Solo
And where are you from?
from Los Angeles, California.
And what do you do for a living?
What I do for a living right now, I'm incarcerated. That's what I'm doing right now.
What did you used to do for a living?
I used to play semi-pro football. Before I came to jail, I did work in warehouses, like coolers. I used to work for the state. Did a lot of stuff when I was out there.
Now that we have a little background, let's get into how incarceration has affected your life. At what age were you first impacted by incarceration?
I was 12 years old when I first got incarcerated.
And what happened in that situation?
I was in a G ride, trying to be cool with the homies, and end up going to juvenile hall.
Prior to your first personal experience, had you ever dealt with incarceration through a relative?
Yes, my brothers, my uncle, and like my uncle, my cousins, and all them.
And what was it like to see them incarcerated?
For me, when I first seen it, I thought, oh man, they being cool with it. So, in my mentality, it was like I'm gonna following these footsteps sooner or later. That's when I first started, and when I got caught in the G ride at 12 years old.
And how did those guys doing that like affect you? It made it seem like it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was okay to do it, but now I look back at it, it's like that wasn't cool at all. Cause it's like now look where I'm at. I'm sitting in the state prison, talking and doing interviews about it, and it's crazy.
So what exactly happened your first experience with incarceration when you were caught in the G ride?
First thing, it was like, damn, I'm going to jail. I'm gonna get real, gonna really start doing time now.
And what was it like entering in a jail for the first time?
It was crazy. It was like, man, like it was spooky at first. 'Cause at 12 years old, you don't know what's going on. You just looking at it like it's a new world. It's a new life now. Like you have to try to adapt to it.
And how did you adapt?
I adapt kind of quick because I knew a lot of people that was in there, and like everybody I grew up with was going in and out of jail. So it was like when I got there, it was like something brand new to me. But at the same time, it was like home. After a while, after I got used to it, it was like home, like something I do. It was like in and out after that.
And did you have contact with family and friends while you were incarcerated in juvenile hall?
Yeah, I had contact with my family. I had my mama, my uncles, and all them. After he got out, my cousins, they used to come up there and come see me and all that.
Okay. And what are some of the bad things you saw while you were in there?
Also, a lot like people's getting punked, people's getting beat up, people's like getting jumped on by everybody. You got like different gangs in there. You got riots going on, so it was a whole new experience to me when I first started.
And besides juvenile hall, what? Tell me about the other times you've been incarcerated.
I went from juvenile halls, I went to the camp, I went to YA, and then from YA I came to the pen. I've been to like I went through mostly all my juvenile going in and out of jail at the same time. And as I got older, I was looking at it like, do I really want to keep doing it over and over? I thought about it after a while, like, nah, I'm good. Like, and I ended up doing my little time when I was juvenile. Got out, went to YA for a little while.
And what was it like to go to YA compared to juvenile hall?
YA was like you was in there with all the big boys now. Like you got some kids, you got people 16, 17, 18. You got people in there doing juvenile life in there. And it was like it was crazy because it was like now you got all these dudes doing juvenile life, and me, I had a date at the time, so it was like I'm going in and out of jail with it. Then when I got out, I said I'm not going back. I can't do it. I can't do juvenile no more or the whole of YA no more. So I was like, I'm gonna try to change my life to better my kid, if I could better my kids.
And how were you when you had your kids?
My first kid, I was 16. Then my second one, I was 17. Then my third one, I had when I was like, I just turned 21. Then my fourth one, I had when I turned 26. 26. Yep, 26.
For can you clarify what does it mean to have juvenile life?
It was, oh, it was hard. Like clarify is like something. It's like you never know if you gonna come home or if they gonna let you go after you hit 25 a certain age. They'll let you go, but you never know what happened after that. Like they can always you can go straight from YA to the pen, end up finishing our life sentence off in the pen somewhere. But luckily for me, I didn't have it. I was just blessed not to get juvenile life at a young age. I was in there with everybody I was hanging around. A majority of them had juvenile life. Some of them got out, some of them didn't. So it was hard for them. And I like still talk to them to this day. It was like, hey, like nigga, I love y'all. Keep y'all heads up. Make sure y'all do what y'all got to do to come home to y'all peoples and y'all family.
And tell us about your first time experience in dealing with prison.
My first time, I was 18. I ended up catching like a little home invasion for a little while. I ended up getting snitched on by my sister and one of her homegirls. It was like, it was all bad. It was like I was looking at life at the time. I was only 18, so I didn't know what to expect out that. It was like when I first hit the pen. Well, before I went to the pen, they ended up dropping my home invasion for a residential. Ended up giving me 2 years. I ended up maxing out on my 2 years in 2009.
When you say maxing out, what does that mean?
Maxing out is like when you do all your time, from your whole you have to do your whole 2 years when they mean max out. Like when you max out, they telling you got to do your whole 2 years, or if not, you could get out or your percentage that they gave you when you was in court.
When you say when you say looking at life, can you tell us what is that like?
It was hard. It was like it was stressful at the time. It was like you never know if you go get out or you go end up standing there forever. And my family came to court like 2 or 3 times when they was hearing about it. After that, I didn't see them after that. After court, I didn't see them after that. It was like, dang, like I don't got nobody in here to support me at the time. So it was like, all right, well, if y'all don't want to support me, what was the whole point of me to try to do what I had to do to help y'all out at the end of the day? It was like I was doing it for y'all. But now when I look at it, it was like, it was hard. It was like, it was crazy. Because that life, 18, that doing life, you know, like, that's a lot of time on your hand at a young age.
Was anybody there for you during that time?
My baby mama she was there. And my pops, he was in and out. He looked out every blue moon. So it was like, it was a blessing for him. Like, other than that, it wasn't really nobody looking out for me besides them two.
Prior to catching this case, were you attending school?
No, I was playing semi-pro football at the time when I caught this case.
No, the case when you were 18.
Oh, yes, I was going to barber school, and I was just now, I was doing my high school still at the same time. I was doing barber school.
And did you get to graduate from high school?
No, I didn't. I didn't graduate. I ended up coming to the county at 18, like 2 months after I turned 18. I was sitting in the county.
How did this affect your family?
It affected them bad because they was looking at me like I was the black sheep of the family, but really it wasn't. I was the one to try to provide for my family at the end of the day.
Okay. What are some of the things that you've seen while incarcerated that haunt you or stick with you to this day?
Well, to me, I've seen a lot. I've seen people get killed, stabbed, poked up, stumped out. People died on the scene. It was crazy. It was hard. It was like, damn. Now I look at it back then, it's like it stick with me. Like now I know the do's and don'ts when I come to this, and I know what I signed up for at the end of the day.
And how did seeing those things and experiencing, witnessing those things, how did it affect you?
It affected me bad because it's like, do I want to be the next victim or do I want to go home to the family or survive through this?
Let's speak about some moments you missed with loved ones that you feel would have been different if you were there.
I've been down since I was 25 right now. 29. I've been gone from my kids for a cool minute. I missed my daughter's first birthday. I'm gonna miss her fourth birthday, but I'll be off for her fifth one. I miss like my youngest son, I miss his first graduation. I miss my oldest son graduation. I miss my oldest daughter graduation. All because I've been incarcerated now. I can't get that time back that I should have been there and seen them do what they did, graduate from elementary to middle school and from preschool to first grade. So it's like, I wish I could get that time back with them, but I can't. Time go on. So now when I do get out, I have to process myself to be there and make sure I stay out of here to see my kids graduate high school now.
What is it that you want people to know about being incarcerated?
Well, first though, I want it's not cool being in here. It's like, do you want to really be in here having people tell you what to do, when to go to sleep, when to go to chow, when to take a shower, and most of all, you don't like another person to tell you what to do at the end of the day. Cause it's like now that they like your parents while you in here.
What is it that you want people to know about you?
What I want to know, people, I'm a family man. First of all, I'm a man. I'm a man above anything. At any given time, I could always be a real. I could always flip my personality. Like, I got two different sides of me, but since I've been down this time, I've been real humble to get back to the streets. Like, I want people to know that I'm a good man at the end of the day. If you ever need anything, I help you with it. I can give you anything I got you can have. I give my last to the next brother at any given time.
Have you received pictures from family while incarcerated?
I've been receiving a lot of pictures of my kids since I've been down. I've been down since 2015. I've been getting a lot of pictures of my kids, my baby mama. I've been talking to them lately, trying to make sure I get everything back together.
And what did those pictures do for you?
It motivated me to get back out there, to get to my kids and my family.
And what plans do you have for the future?
My plans is when I get out to be a good father and get back onto my track, go back out there working, get all my stuff back together. If I can have my kids with me at the end of the day and have my loved ones around me at all times.
Before we go, I want to know if you can go back and talk to yourself before you got into that G ride at 12 years old, what would you say?
I tell myself that's not the way to go. Like, get out. Well, I tell myself, why did I do it? At the end of the day, it's like, oh, I shouldn't did it. But at the same time, I was just try to be a cool guy with all the homies. And look where it end up at. I'm sitting in here now.
Well, we thank you for participating in this video in order to make a difference in the lives of someone else and by sharing your story.
Thank you.